Not an ordinary student, really. You're not an ordinary student. You're a good student. You're a perfect student. You're a nice student. Now, I have a question. I have a question. A very easy question. Okay. Just a second. Okay. Wait. White. Whiteboard. White. Just. Uh-huh. Can you see the whiteboard? Can everyone see the whiteboard? Okay. Now I have a sentence. I'm writing. Muhammad Mahdi Musavi. Muhammad Mahdi Musavi. Muhammad Mahdi Musavi. Muhammad Mahdi. MMM. Muhammad Mahdi Musavi. Okay, MMM is Muhammad Mahdi Musavi. MMM goes to a game club. Goes to a game club every on Monday on what? On Sundays and Wednesdays. And Sundays and what days? On Sundays and Fridays. Yeah. Look. MMMM Mawad Mahdi Musavi goes to a game club on Sundays and Fridays. Is the sentence okay? No problems with the sentence, huh? Very, very easy sentence. So, if this is the week, this is a week. See? 7 days. One. This is Sunday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Huh? He goes to the club on Sundays and Fridays. He goes to a game club on Sundays, this is Sunday, and on Fridays. So my question is, um, let, let, let me like, okay, make a question, please. Make a question. Make a question. So the answer is on Sundays and on Fridays. The answer is on Sundays and Fridays. On Sundays and Fridays. Make a question. So the answer is on Sundays and Fridays.
Teacher, may I say,
Yes, please.
when does MMM go to a game club?
Yes, exactly. When does MMM go to a club? Yes, when does MMM go to a club? Okay, Parsa, no problems. Okay. Uh, so there is another question. This is question one, number one that my friend asked. Okay. But about question number two. Question number two. Make a question so the answer is 2 times a week. The answer is 2 times a week or twice a week. Uh-huh. Yes. Okay. He goes to game club on Sundays and okay.
Teacher, may I say?
Yes, please.
How often does M go to club?
Aha. Thank you, Mr. Najafi. How often? Yes. How often? How often
You
does MMM go to a club? How often? So we have two words here, two new question words, two new WH questions. One of them is when, one of them is how often. How often? Did you understand the differences between when and how often?
yes, I understand it.
Uh, it's a little bit tricky to know the differences. For, for example, for example, how often do you come to English class? I come to English class
Mm.
twice.
I come from English class twice a week.
Yes, twice a week. Very good. Okay, how often do you have English classes?
We have English class twice a week.
Twice a week. Thank you very much, Mr. Najafi. Boys, do you have any problems or any questions understanding when and how often? What is when, what is how often, and what are the differences? Okay, thank you. If you have no problems, I have to ask you some questions, some personal, private questions about your daily life. Okay? How often, how often do you drink water? 8 times a day? Oh, Mama Rizzo, 8 times a day. That's a lot.
Six, no, 7 times a day.
Okay. 4 times. Okay, another question. Thank you very much. Um, how, uh, how often? How often? How often does your dad get angry? How often does your dad get angry in the home? Okay, okay. How often do you visit
Twice a week.
twice a week? How often do you visit your grandpa or grandma?
Uh, Once a week.
Once a week. Okay, that's easy. Yeah, that's too easy. You don't have any questions, I think. Boys, do you have any questions? مثل کنیزاده، مثل نجفی، مثل دنگنه، مثل خدادی، روح الله، سید محمد مهدی، سپرس، ایرزا، محمد عزیزی، محمد رضا ناصر، پارسا جعفری، پارسا آریانفر and سینا هاشمی.
No, I don't have.
Thank you. Okay, okay, okay. If you don't have any problems, then go to the next page. Not next page, I mean the book. If you, how often does Lisa go to the park? She goes to the park twice a week. When does she go? On Friday or Saturday? Okay, number one, 5.5. Who can do 5.5? 5.5, please. 5.5, please.
Teacher me?
Okay, please.
Okay. When do you go to a school? When does Lisa go to a school? When does Peter go to a school? When does Peter go to the gym? When does Peter go to the work? When does Peter go to the restaurant? When do the Stevens go to the restaurant? When do the Stevens go to the church? When does the Stevens go to the park? When do you go to the park? When do you go to the school?
Thank you, Parsa Aryanfar. Thank you. That was Parsa, yes? Parsa, that was you. Huh? Yes, Parsa?
Yes, teacher.
That was you, huh? You were reading.
Yes.
Thank you, Parsa Aryanfar. Very good. Grammar. Grammar 5, 100 points, Parsa Aryanfar. Thank you very much. Very, very good, Parsa. Okay, Parsa Aryanfar done. 5.6. 5.6, Mr. Who can do?
Teacher, may I say?
Yes, Mr. Najafi. Dear Mr. Najafi, yes.
Yeah. Make a question using when. My mother cooks lunch in the morning. When does your mother cook lunch? The Hiltons have guests today. When do the Hiltons have guests? Jack plays golf on Fridays. When does Jack play golf? I go to the gym in the evening. When do I go to the gym in the when do I go to the gym? Jane watches TV at night. When does Jane uh, when does Jane watch TV? We visit our parents on Saturdays. Uh, when do uh, do we or do you visit or your parents? Sally goes to the swimming pool on Mondays. When does Sally
go to the swimming pool. Finished.
Thank you, Mr. Najafi. Excellent, Mr. Najafi. Perfect. My daughter has my headphones. Just a second. Okay, Mr. Najafi. I have to write your score. Mr. Najafi, grammar. Very good, Mr. Najafi. Grammar. Uh-huh.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, that was good. How often have you language teacher? How often have you language teacher? How how often have you language teacher? Ruhala, what's the meaning? How often you have you? How often have you language teacher? How often? How often do you have English class? Like I have five times a day. 5 times a day.
Oh,
Yes. That's hard, huh? Yeah. Um my classes
yes,
my classes
Lord.
start. No, not 5 times. Maybe more than five. And especially having classes with my little daughter, no, that's too hard because she loves classes and she comes here. She says, "Dad, Dad, I want to go to class." Now she has my headphones and she's listening to you. You know, when you're speaking, she thinks that you're speaking to her and she's responding back to you. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Najafi. 5.7. 5.7. 5.7. Mr. Konarizade, 5.7. Mr. Hashemi, Mr. Jafai Fard, Ayriza Jafai Fard, Ruhollah. Can you do that? Can you do 5.7? We should talk to talk to Ruhollah. Say hi, Ruhollah. Say hi. Kiss them. Kiss Ruhollah. Kiss him. Thank you. Ruhollah, did you hear? She kissed you. Kiss Amrosin Najafi. Kiss Amrosin. Thank you, Dad. Yeah, can you hear she's kissing you?
Yes, teacher, may I say?
Yes, please. Yes, please. Go. Just a second. Yes, Mr. Najafi.
Yes. Point, point, point 1 7. Make questions using how often. Fred goes to the gym twice a week. How often does Fred go to the gym? Sue and Amy play tennis once a week. How often do Sue and Amy play tennis? Nancy calls her friend once a day. How often does Nancy call her friend? The Jacksons work 5 days a week. How often does Jacksons work? I visit my uncle twice a year. Oh, how often uh, do you mm, visit your uncle? Paul Paul plays soccer 3 times a week. Paul does Paul play soccer? We have an English class twice a week. How often do you have an English class?
Thank you, Mr. Najafi.
Finished.
Thank you. It was great, Mr. Najafi. Thank you. Perfect. Perfect. Very good. Very, very good. Uh,
Thank you.
uh, Angry? No, Ruhollah. She's not angry. She was kissing you. Didn't she hear she was kissing you? She was. No, no, she's not. No, she's. No, come on. She never gets angry. She's okay. She just because she can't speak, she wants to speak. Because she can't speak, it makes her get angry. It makes her become angry. She just shouts. It's not being angry, she tries to speak, but because she can't speak, she shouts. Okay. The last one, 5.8, two students. I will say Mr. Najafi and Mr. Aryanfar will do 5.8. 5.8, Mr. Aryanfar, you will ask number one, Mr. Najafi will answer. Then number two, Mr. Najafi will ask, you will answer. Okay, just like that. Okay, Mr.
Okay.
Aryanfar and Mr. Najafi. Okay, go on, please.
Marcel, please come on. Come on, please. Oh,
Mr. Aryanfar.
where is Mr. Aryan Far?
I don't know. He just logged out of the class. He was in the class.
Mr. Aryan Far
He
is not in the class.
Yes, he logged out of the class. I didn't know what happened to him. He was in the class. Just a moment. Um. Okay.
Oh, teacher,
Okay.
uh,
Let's do that together, huh?
please, you and me
Yes. Be together. Do that.
start this
Okay. Mr. Najafi, how often does Lisa go to the park?
twice a week.
And when does she go to
How
the park?
often? No. Uh,
Yes, that's
when
twice a
does
week.
she go to the park?
She goes to. No, I will ask. I will ask number one. Number one, I'll
On,
ask you completely. When does she go to the park?
on Wednesday and Fridays.
On Wednesday and Fridays. Number two. You ask me number two.
Okay. How often does cooking
Does Fred
cooking food?
Yeah, how often does Fred cook? She cooks food once a week.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And when
Okay.
you're asking
So
me.
when does when does when does he cook?
He cooks on Saturdays. He
Uh,
he cooks on Saturdays. Okay. Number three, I'm asking you. Yes. When do the Carters when do the Carters go to the restaurant?
twice a week.
And how often do no 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 when my question was when do they go to the restaurant?
Is one.
They go to restaurant.
Yeah. On Wednesday and Fridays.
Okay. And how often do they go to restaurants?
Therefore, how often do Mr. Smith and Mr. Brown uh, play the golf?
They play golf once a week.
When do they play golf?
They play golf on Thursdays, I think. Yes, yes, they play golf on Thursdays. When does Mary, no, how often? How often
Yes.
does Mary want to? How often does Mary study what? Study, I don't know. Study a what book is it?
No.
Study math, geography. I don't know. How often does she study math?
No. But
I can't see the book. How often does she study math?
twice a week.
Twice a week. And when does she study it?
Twice a week.
When does she study it?
Uh, on 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 Tuesday and Sundays.
On Tuesdays and Sundays. Thank you very much. Very good.
And number six.
Mm-hmm.
Number six.
Yeah.
How often does Ben mm, ride a bicycle?
He rides a bicycle 3 times a week.
When does he ride a bicycle?
He rides his bicycle on Mondays and Wednesdays and